Like, didn't we
It does
just?
feel like we were late last week and on time this week, which means it hasn't been a full week. And I'm like, I don't have that many things to say. Not that many
I
things
know. I'm
happened.
like, I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to say to this guy.
But I did have a few things that I forgot to say last week. I mean, they're just Uber Eats stories. They aren't exciting.
I'm
They
in.
aren't.
No, please
Okay,
lay it
okay,
on
okay,
me.
okay,
I
okay.
like workplace stories. Bring them
Oh,
on.
oh, not Uber Eats. I got a haircut.
Oh yeah, no, I was noticing no backwards hat. It's looking good, man. You're looking good.
Um, this has happened like the last 3 times I've gotten haircuts, where I sit down and I have someone giving me a haircut, which is like to me, it's like a captive audience. So I just like go right into my stand up. I'm just
That's
like,
amazing.
I just like as soon as she started cutting my hair, I was like, yeah. So I do Uber Eats because I think if I delivered people, they would complain about how loud I sing along to the music. She's like, ah, that's pretty funny. I'm like, I'm just getting started.
Don't you worry. How long does this? You can take another inch off the top. I've got about 2 minutes more
Yeah,
material.
yeah. I was like, I've been
Oh,
calling my friends, and they're like, "Oh, what's up? I'm working. Do you need something?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm working too." Uh, sorry,
companionship. That's what I need.
yeah.
Like, um, where did you go get your haircut?
Supercuts in Swampskit.
That shout super cuts and
Shout
Swampscott,
Swampscott. Yeah, I didn't need to
Swampskit.
say it. I didn't need to say it obnoxiously.
You just really had to assert your like hometown, your homerism. It's familiar to you. You can call it Swampskit because you know. You
It
guys
is
go way
funny
back.
how like Swampscott is such a small place, but then they also like have Adam Sandler and like are mentioned in both Breaking Bad and Zoe 101.
What? Did I miss that? I know I missed that episode of Breaking Bad. Did I miss that episode of
You
Zoe
don't
101?
remember? It's the finale. It's the finale. It's the
What does
girl with
Zoe
the
move to Swampscott?
no, 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 no. It's the girl with the lisp. Do you remember the girl with the lisp?
Is
There's a
that the
girl with a
nerdy one?
lisp. The
Is
nerdy
that the
one with the
nerdy one?
lisp. She gets
Lady?
hit by a car and she gets back up and she doesn't have the lisp and she's like, "My name is Sam Silly and I'm from Swampscott, Massachusetts and I can say my S's now." And I'm like, "Hey, Swampscott, what's good?"
The moral is get hit by a car and you'll lose your lisp.
The
Is that
moral
you
is
will?
Swampscott is notable. That's the moral.
That's true. And is there a similar setup? A similar? Does somebody get hit by a car in Breaking Bad too,
In
and then
Breaking Bad, it's
lose
like
their
one of
lisp?
the last. It's like one of the last episodes. He has a New Hampshire ID, and it's like someone checks his ID, and the girl goes like, "Oh, New Hampshire. I grew up in Swampscott. That's near New Hampshire, right?" And he's like,
What?
"No."
Yeah. What an odd. Wow. I
It's
guess
such a
somebody from.
weird. Yeah,
Isn't that? They're in New Mexico, right? Or
they're in New
Arizona?
Mexico, so it's far way off from Swampscott.
Yeah. So
But like,
I guess
cool,
if
I
you.
guess.
Thank you. Shout Swampscott, home of the haircut, home of Adam Sandler, home. Yeah. Wow. Without Swampscott, Hubie Halloween would have never been made. And I think that's beautiful.
I think every
Um,
episode you've said something that I haven't understood. What is that? Hubie
oh,
Halloween?
it's a Adam Sandler movie on Netflix that was filmed in Salem. And about the only notable thing about the movie is that New England dads love to go, "Hey, that's Salem," every time it comes on.
he's done
Every time
he's
it
done a few he's done a few movies like that. Like what's that? That's My Boy. It's like a not a good movie, but it's filmed around Lynn. You get to be like, oh, I know that spot.
Yeah, right. I used to work with a girl whose son, so she was a woman, she was older than me. Her son was like in Adam Sandler's, like, was like a senior, I guess, at like Swampscott High, and was like in Adam Sandler's like pickup rotation. Like, would get a text like, "Hey, Adam's at the park, calm down, like he's asking for you." Like,
Oh my
and
god.
there was like, I think there was like a write up about it in like the Swampscott Times. This guy like He's a high school athlete who's a great swimmer. That was the thing I remember. Like he was going to go to college for swimming, but he also just so happened the Sandman like to pass him the rock. I don't fucking know.
For those of you who aren't familiar with Adam Sandler or Swampscott, Adam Sandler likes to play basketball in Swampscott.
And nothing else. And, no other things of note about him. But it is Halloween time, and I feel like my dad has a similar reaction to Hocus Pocus, which is he loves to watch Hocus Pocus every year just so he can be like, "That's Salem," you know.
That's a good
And I
movie.
don't know. It is a good movie. I'm due to rewatch it.
I
Did
don't
you
know
ever
that
see the second one?
I don't know that I've watched it front to back. I mean, I must have at some point, right? But like
Yeah.
now, like
Yeah.
my sister was rewatching it, and I like walked in, and I was like, I remember a lot less of this movie than I realized. This is definitely due for a rewatch. So I definitely didn't see the second one. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. What? Well, what was tripping you up? I feel like
That I didn't remember
they're
any
in
of
the
it, if we're being
graveyard.
totally honest.
There's the cat that can't die. That shit's
Mm,
important.
mm.
And
And
that's
Bette
about all I
Midler,
got.
and
And
that's
that,
all I
yeah,
got.
and the witches.
And the witches.
Uh, and it's filmed in Salem, and that's
Yes.
Salem.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's
so yeah, that I so your haircut? That's what we
my
were
haircut?
talking
My
about.
haircut. It
Your
is
Uber
okay.
Eats story.
My Uber Eats. It is
Oh,
Halloween time. People have.
you're like, hold on, don't fuck with the mic like that. I don't
I'm
know if it's
staticky.
yeah.
Am I still staticky?
No, you're good now. It's just every
Okay.
time you fidget it, it goes like, it's like you're getting hacked, bro.
That happens. That happens on stream where it'll just like be staticky, and
Yeah,
I
like that.
won't know unless somebody tells me, and then I just like unplug and plug it back in, and it's fine. But sometimes people don't watch my streams, so there was like one time I went for like a solid hour with just like static, and then eventually someone was like, "Hey, what's up with your mic?" And I was like, "Damn, I was probably doing that for a really long time. That's embarrassing."
Yo. All right. Well,
Yeah, so just tell me and I can fix it. It's an easy fix.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
someone has to
Here, give
tell
it a
me.
little. Give it the old one too. Give it the old
Yeah.
one too. Fix it right now. Do
Oh,
it.
is it staticky now?
Yeah, bro. uh,
Test.
all right.
Oh,
Fine.
oh yeah. Is that good for you?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay,
I don't
cool.
know. It
For a
was coming
moment,
like on and off.
it was very not good for me, but now it's good.
Okay. Okay.
I hope the recording caught that because it's just like kind of trippy. Okay, um, Halloween decorations.
Halloween. bro.
I delivered some alcohol, which means I had to ring the doorbell, get their signature, human interaction, very scary. I ring the doorbell and they don't answer. And so I call them and then I'm like, "Hey, I'm at the door." And they're like, "Oh, I'll be right there." And they're like, "Yeah, the doorbell doesn't really work. Hopefully, I didn't have you waiting too long, and hopefully my decorations kept you company." And then on the porch there were like two skeletons just like hanging out, and I'm like,
Oh,
"That's awesome. Do they have names?" And she's like, "No, not yet. But I think it'd be funny if I named them something like Larry and like Ralph and like Hank, or like Hank, like some boring, like unassuming names that you wouldn't like associate with skeletons." And I'm like, "You should name one of them James." And she's like, "Yes." She's like, "I'll do that." And I was like,
wow.
and then for the rest of the day, I was just telling everybody, I was like, "I got a skeleton named after me."
this this is why I drive.
This is why I drive. Oh, sorry. No, won't touch the mic.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're good, dude.
Anyway,
Um,
a week later, I deliver alcohol to the exact same place. And I was so excited. And she comes out, she was like, "I was hoping it was the same James." I'm like, "It is the same James." And I was like, "How's my boy?" And she's like, "Good. I've been calling him Jim." And I'm like, "That's cool. That works. Did you ever name the other one?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "Okay."
we got Jim and that guy.
Jim and his friend. And she was like, "You're cool. I'm going to increase your tip." And I'm just like, "Thank you. But really, the only tip I ever needed was the name." I just wanted. I just am happy. I'm honored to be named after a skeleton. I don't need the money. I do it for the fame.
I hope you got the money too, though.
I
I
did get the
felt
money. I did get the money. Thank
see.
God.
Think of it like this. Think of it like her paying to use your name, image,
Royalties.
likeness, sort of deal. Yeah, this is like a little bit. This is the bounce back.
Quick second. You said name and image?
Name. Oh,
You said that
oh.
about, is that the skeleton using my image?
Just a chill guy, man. When
Just a
I
chill
when I
guy.
imagine a chill guy,
Yeah, the
I
skeleton.
think
The skeleton has this pose, the signature chill hammer nose pose.
that's right. That's exactly
The hammer
what
pose.
that's
Sorry.
like. Whoa. Boom. Trademark that shit, or else somebody will. What are you drinking?
Coffee. So I'm gonna
Huh?
start talking faster as the episode goes on.
That's awesome. This has CBD in it, so I'm gonna slow down. We will reach an equilibrium. This podcast will be an hour. Our words per minute will be all fucked up.
I I told Regina about the podcast and she was like, "You have a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, it's on my YouTube." She's like, "You have a YouTube?" I'm like, "Okay." And she goes, "They're an hour?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she read the descriptions. And in the last episode, I mentioned her in the description. She's like, "You mentioned me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she goes to the part where I talk about her being really sad on stream. And now I think she's really mad at me because she hasn't answered much. We've been playing phone tag a little bit.
Oh, oh
She's like,
no.
"Fine, I won't call you on stream anymore." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 that's not. It was all in good fun. I like it when you call on stream. I didn't." But
And
and so I
I
called her
know the
back.
episode's called egregiously sad, but I didn't mean it. Like
I called her back and she didn't pick up, and I was like, "She hates me forever." And then she called me back the next day, and I was asleep. My sleep schedule was all fucked up. I got out of bed at 2:40, and I would have kept sleeping.
it's that was less than an hour
It
ago.
wasn't long ago. It wasn't long ago.
Okay, that the coffee makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Now I was like, I love the 2 p.m. pick me up or the 3 p.m. pick me up. I'm no stranger to her, but like
This is
this
this is the
is
start. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, because I streamed for like 10 hours yesterday, which I'm proud of, but I almost slept for 10 hours, which I slept for like 9.5,
Amazing. I
which I'm
mean,
not proud
no,
of.
that's called a work-life balance, dude.
That's
Like-
an exact 50-50, a work sleep balance,
oh man,
awake
what were you
sleep
streaming?
balance. I was playing some Hearthstone and some Connect 4. Someone challenged me to Connect 4. We played like
How'd that?
4 games in a row, and I just like crushed them. I felt so bad, and I was like, "Play again, play again, play again." They were like, "No, no."
Yeah,
You
you
coward.
sucked like Connect Four against. Like you suck. Like
It's not fun.
it's like no, because it's like Connect Four should be one of those games where it's like there you're just luck. You know, it's just kind of
Luck?
like
You think
not luck.
luck has anything to do with Connect 4? That's why you lose. You have
I
a
just don't think
misunderstanding of the
anybody
game.
thinks about it as much as you do.
It just
I don't
sucks.
think anybody
It
has
sucks
thought about it.
when we're playing, and then you're just like, what should I do next? And I'm just like, whatever you do, you've already lost. And you're like, what?
It's like, what do you? It's the second turn. Like,
And I'm
there are
like, yeah, your
two
first
people.
turn was real bad.
Yeah, and I don't get it. The yellow pieces, the red pieces, it's all Greek to me, man. It doesn't click, I guess.
That's okay, man. That's
I
okay,
played
man.
Mario Party though. Speaking of games that I fucking hate, um,
That's such a
and
weird
also
game to hate because it's
yeah,
just a
it's
bunch of
your
different
fault.
games. That's
Your
like
fault.
that's like saying you hate cards. I hate playing cards. It's like there's a billion different card games.
Yeah, but it's like if every card game, well, I guess maybe this is like every card game. The heart of it is just like who can be the biggest asshole, like, and just like the most heartless in the end. Because it's all right. It's all the mini games, hooray, jest, and then you get to the board, and it's like
No.
it's the board that I hate. I
It's the
hate
mini
the
games.
board.
The mini games are the game. The board is just like, it's
The
all in the
board
mini
is
games.
structure. The board is like the board is what makes it a game.
Okay, but without the mini games, you're just like playing sorry. You know, the mini
Yeah,
games are the heart. They're the meat on the
yeah,
bones.
games, and I like to play, but I was just like, I was playing, and I was saying it while I was playing the game. I was like, wow, I feel like I'm like 13 again, at like a sleepover. Look at us all playing Mario Kart. And then I remembered, like, oh my God, at these sleepovers, James would just kick my ass in Mario Party, like the one for the GameCube, when it was like, please,
Yeah.
can we play anything but this one? Like, I will play Monopoly on the GameCube if it means
Who you're
not.
playing? Wait, so did you enjoy Mario Party? Did you come round in your old
I
age?
no, well, I just I said, if you can't beat them, join them. And I was the most reckless person in the game.
I
I
just made a
was
lot
like
of
seven
enemies.
stars. Yeah, I was like, yes, I will pay 10 coins to absolutely destroy this other person.
Yeah, ruin
Like,
this person's life.
yeah, it was, I was gonna say it was refreshing, but I don't think it was. I think it was just kind of like, it was like, it was just doing what had to be done. I
I
don't know.
feel like so I think back to like the video games we used to play, and it felt like most of them were one-sided. And most of them it was you crushing me, whether it was like Melee or Mario Super Sluggers or whatever. But we also played a lot of Kirby Air Ride.
Uh-huh.
Was that one-sided? Who was bet? I don't remember that being one-sided.
Because well, that's one because it's like it can't be really one-sided. I mean, it's like I feel like the modes we would play like were too long or too weird to be one-sided. Like we would do, remember they had that like third option where it was like the above angle like toy game and you can
Oh
set it to
yeah.
99 laps or something like that. And we would be there for maybe 4 hours straight on the same race. Your mom would come in and be like, hey guys, like maybe you should go outside. And we'd be like, it's lap 79. No, we can't walk away.
You want me to waste the last 3 hours of my life? Come on, come on, come on. Or
No, yeah,
we would do city trial like free roam, free play, where there is no objective, and we would just like try and like get the timer to like 100 hours. We'd like leave it
yeah.
running, go like do other shit.
Come back, right? Just be like, oh yeah, city's still happening. Any events happen, right? Because that
Mm.
was the whole thing. It was like, ooh, there were little events in City Trial, and I liked those mini games a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
I did
that was a
enjoy.
fun game.
Yeah, where's that remake? Why is that one like fallen into the ether? Like,
I feel like I don't know if there's an audience for it, but there's definitely people who still hold it near and dear in their heart. You know, when people talk about best GameCube games, there's usually one guy in the back going, Kirby Air Ride.
he's right. He's right. And everyone else is afraid to say it, but he's right.
Justice for that guy.
Yo, so true. Get him the mic. Get yeah. I honestly like I feel like it well that's a big problem with like Nintendo, right? Is they don't like port over old games or things like that. Like I feel like some other consoles will like there's backwards compatibility to an extent. But Nintendo's just like, oh yeah, those GameCube games, they
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. I mean, they're
Moving
remaking
forward.
Thousand Year Door. That's very exciting.
That is
That
exciting.
that's kind of a spooky game. So Halloween's next week. Are you doing anything for Halloween? Did we talk? I
Uh,
feel like we've talked about this maybe every episode so far, and the answer is always like,
like
nah.
uh, uh right, did I ask you last
Yeah,
time?
and
I
I
feel
was
like
like, I might work, might
oh,
hopefully
because
get
you
some,
love working on holidays. Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
hopefully I'll get some candy.
Yeah, right, dude. That is the closest you get to adult trick-or-treating. On the actual day, I think I, funny enough, might be seeing just like Hocus Pocus in a movie theater with Hannah and some friends.
Oh hell yeah!
Uh, that like weekend before, um, we got like an invite to a couple of different parties. One of them is like Hannah's like basketball league is doing like a gay awakening party. So, uh, I get to be the plus one to that one. So that one's gonna be fun.
So what? You're a little bit nervous for that one.
Maybe a little. I just like I don't know. Okay, so and then the other thing is we just don't have costumes. And the other one is just like kind of a fucking Halloween party that a friend is throwing.
You don't
Um,
need a costume to the gay awakening party. You go to the gay awakening and you're like, I've been wearing a costume my whole life.
this is it. No, this is my coming out moment. That would be a great way to make the space about me. When it it like should not. Yeah, I have
Right.
no desire to do that. No, so Hannah and I don't know what we're doing. We don't have any kind of like costume. Uh, I I don't know. I'm not like a super because I feel like the temptation is to do something kind of like culturally relevant, right? And
Sure.
last year we did that with like Minions, right? Like that was fun. Gru Minion, culturally
Well,
relevant. The
and
Minions movie.
this year it would be Barbie and Ken, because then all the Barbies can
No,
go, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie.
yeah, right. And see, that's not on the table for our relationship. So, um, so
Unless you're Barbie.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Which
You could,
nah,
nah. Okay, 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 okay.
thought about it. Nah, so like, right. There's no kind of like obvious answer. I saw a tweet that was like, "Ugh, indie girls are so annoying. What do you mean you're gonna be Caroline Polachek for Halloween?" Um, and
That's an old
so
tweet. I've seen that tweet
yeah,
like months ago.
yeah, right. Like it recently resurfaced into the timeline and into my brain, and I sent it to Hannah, and Hannah and was like, "Here's an idea." Well, we were talking about it and be like, wouldn't it be funny if we did like, well, because Hannah originally we were like, what if we were 100 gex? That'd be funny. Um, But then I was like, no, that's too much like this tweet. Uh, and then we were like, well, what if we leaned into it?
And you were
And
both
Hannah was
Caroline
like,
Polachek?
well, right. I was like, what do we do? Do we both be Caroline Polachek? And Caroline Polachek has a song from like 2020, So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings, that has like a TikTok dance. So Hannah knows how to do that TikTok dance and like I guess has similar an outfit maybe similar to what Caroline Polachek was wearing in that music video. Uh, and so it was like, okay, what? You're gonna go as Caroline Polachek, and I'm gonna be the DP of the video. Like, what am I?
You'll just be like following Hannah around, filming a
Right,
TikTok the
with a
whole time.
camera.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, is that my? And then it was like, well, you could be that, or like the video's filmed in a cave, so you could be like a stalagmite. So my options are be a stalagmite or the
That's not a
DP of
bad
the
option.
so
I want to be
I
clear.
yeah, we might. I think honestly, it's coming down. What it will come down to is just kind of like when we make a decision, and it will be like the day of, and it will mean that stalagmite is my only choice, and I will throw on a gray hoodie and a pair of gray pants, and I will go like this. Um, uh, and people will be like, "What are you?" And I'll be like, I'm specifically the stalagmite from the Caroline Polachek "So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings" music video, and that came out in 2020. This is a couple's costume. I don't know if you can tell.
Wow.
So,
That's so
um,
specific.
yeah.
That's
So that's
incredible.
like that's yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, it's Halloween. It's funny. I don't know. It is a bad idea. Do not like.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
kind of
no.
funny, but it's not a good idea.
So next week we're gonna talk. You're gonna be like, sorry, I'm already in costume.
Because next week,
You-
Tuesday is not
next to it next.
Halloween. Is
Yeah, it is.
Halloween.
I think it
Is?
is.
Then I will be in costume.
Then
I
it
will
will
be
be
a stalagmite.
fantastic.
And yeah.
I
I
really,
expect you if I expect you to be in costume as well.
as an
You could
Uber
be a
Eats delivery
stalagmite.
driver,
I like that. I like that.
um, I like when. So. I hope I get like candy if I like go to people's houses, because why wouldn't they give me candy? I deserve candy as well. But I like when I go to a restaurant, like a takeout window or whatever. You go to the hostess desk, and they're like, "Oh, I'll get the food right now," and then there's like a little bowl of mints. I'm like, I
Hmm.
love when they have those mints. I'm like, yes, I get to eat today.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Sustenance.
I remember like a few years ago, I think it was like it was the Wahlburgers on Linfield Street
Oh, I pick up from
was
there all the time.
would do like, hey, delivery drivers, here's a free drink or a free fry or something like
Oh,
that. Thank you for your service. But I think they stopped giving a fuck about
yeah, they don't do that shit.
delivery driver.
They
That
don't
I
even got
remember getting it
mints.
one time. They don't even got. Do they got toothpicks?
They definitely have toothpicks. I've gone to Five Guys and taken like peanuts.
That's hilarious. That just like, thanks for the food. Scoop.
I'm really hungry. Do not mind me. And there are big signs that are like, do not take peanuts out of the restaurant. People on the outside world might be allergic.
Whereas we here in Five Guys are a haven for the peanut lover.
That sign doesn't
Yeah, I
bother
would,
me because I can't read.
right. I would hate to hear that like the person you're delivering for can't
Yeah,
have peanuts.
yeah.
That would
I've
be
actually,
funny
I've
if you were
actually
just
only,
like,
I've only taken the peanuts once. I'm scared.
yeah, true, dude. True. I get it. Like both scared of the ramifications, but I feel like more scared of getting yelled at. That would be
Yeah, I hate
like,
being yelled at.
no, please
It's the
stop.
worst.
I'm sorry. I'll put it back. Um, when was the last time I was yelled at?
When's the last time you went to Five Guys?
Oh, almost yesterday. But no, there was a Five Guys and a Chipotle right next to each other, and I
Oh,
stood out in front of the two and I
flipped a
contemplated, and
coin
I did go
really
with the Chipotle.
dramatically.
Oh
It
yeah,
was pouring rain. You flip a coin. You're just like, it comes down in slow motion. You're just like, damn. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Just it was actually a really comically big coin too, so everyone could see what the answer was.
The small one wasn't getting picked up on camera because your life is a movie. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. I was like, I get in on this one. Uh, but yeah, I ended up going with Chipotle. So, but you used to work at a Chipotle, so there's conversation there. Don't you worry. Um,
Yeah. Did you ask for a bowl to go?
I asked for a bowl to stay.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I ate at the Chipotle.
But
It
you
was
didn't
great.
say, hey, can I get a bowl for here? What'd you say?
I said, "Can I get a bowl?" And they said, "For here to go." I said, "For here."
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, get fucked.
Get
A bowl to go
fucked.
joke for you, bro. But yes, I did ask for a bowl to go. What?
And then I would just
Why?
hand them an empty bowl. I'm just
You
like,
go.
there you go. Get the fuck out of my line. I got customers who want actual food.
See, and this falls into, I feel like, another thing we've talked about, which is just like at some point work just becomes make little games for yourself. Like find small ways to entertain yourself through the shift. Oh my God. No, I got a bowl for there though. But they didn't have any of the smoked Tabasco, which sucks.
Oh my god! But you brought your own from home,
Yeah, right.
motherfucker.
I never leave with it. It was actually me because I took the last one.
Oh my
Um,
god! So for those of you who don't know, I don't know why I say that as if people watch. For Zach, uh, for Zach, they have multiple Chipotle Tabasco sauces. You know,
yeah,
they got hot sauce, they got whatever, but like the best one is like they have like a Chipotle flavored. What is it? They have, I don't know, whatever. They have just this really good hot sauce, and people
smoked
always
Tabasco. That's what
smoke
it was.
Tabasco, and it's really fucking good. And when I worked at Chipotle, it was frustrating because people would always steal them. It was always some bullshit. And anyway, one day I was working and Tommy and Hannah come in and they get their food and then blah 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 blah. At the end of my shift, I go home and I see a bottle of smoked Tabasco on the kitchen counter and I'm just like, you're the problem. And I was
Betrayal.
the
A tu
ultimate
brute.
betrayal. The ultimate. I was so mad until I had one meal at home where I used the smoked Tabasco, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy we have this. I'm so happy. All anger instantly dissipates because I was just so grateful that we had that shit at home. It was so good. So
Exactly. It's so at okay, so there's no fear here I used to talk when I was on the radio, there was a little bit of time where I talked about Chipotle and because I would get it a lot for lunch and I would talk about how I took a bottle of the smoked Tabasco and how it lives on my desk and how I put it on my lunch more often than not. And the program director and like he had to come up to me and was like, and the morning show host came up to me and was like, stop saying that you stole this bottle from Chipotle. It almost sounds like you're encouraging people
I
to do the same.
Oh my god, what if
Like,
they're
we're gonna get
copycats?
sued.
You were the first person to steal, and people listen to the radio show, and then now there's a whole epidemic of people stealing. We had to like when I was working there, we would take the Tabasco in the back and use a little sauce cup and pour a little bit in there, and then instead of giving people the bottle, we would just give them pre-portioned amounts
Damn.
because of
That is
you.
that is exactly right. It is. That is why we can't have nice things. If it wasn't for my radio show
Yeah.
in 2019 on Indie 617, Boston's independent music source, then maybe, just maybe, we would live in a
Yo,
place where you could trust people with your bottle of smoked Tabasco. But you know what?
who listens to the radio anymore? When's the last time you
Yeah.
listened to the radio?
I don't know. Pretty recently, I think I listened to. I like. So I drive to
Yeah.
a fair amount, not for Uber Eats, but just in a car. um,
That's weird.
and
Okay.
like the aux cord in the Civic, is kind of funky. Like it doesn't
Mm,
always work
mm.
and will cut out a lot. And some days it's just like too frustrating. So it's like radio time or like my phone will be charging and because it's an aux cord I have to choose. Uh so I feel like I listen to the radio, and then also like one time I went into a job interview at a radio station, and it was at like a New York, like I don't know, like a conglomerate, but like the conglomerate was like news talk radio and then like a Christian station, so they were like right wing a little. This was like right as I was getting out of college. uh and they needed like a promotions person, and I was applying to be that. And I met with the head of the station, and he was like, who's your favorite of our talk show hosts? And I was like, well, to be honest, I don't really know. And he was like, okay, interview over, bye bye. And it was over. I was just like, what? Okay. So now I just listen to the radio just in case I ever get asked that question ever again. I'm not even applying for jobs
Yeah,
actively right now.
you just
I'm
don't want
just like,
another awkward interaction like that again.
God forbid. I
God damn.
left that interview. I think that was like a change. That was like a turning point for me. A lot of things happened that day. Things really took a turn for the worst. I remember, okay, so I was in New York City. I take the train back to Long Island, back to the train station where my car is, and I start to drive towards Hofstra, and I drive past it, and I just keep going, um, because I have work or something, but like I'm so distraught that I'm like kind of crying while driving. Uh, and I
Cool.
remember,
Done
oh
that.
my God, I remember driving, crying, looking left out the driver's side window, and the car next to me, there's a guy about our age filming me,
No.
filming me fucking like
No.
crying while driving. And it was
Oh
like
my.
kind of a big cry.
Oh.
And I just remember being like, yeah, I might kill myself actually. I
Bro, like,
wasn't gonna before, but like this is like so cruel that I might. Like it is yeah, that
bro,
was
like, you know what would make this video even crazier?
yeah, right.
Damn, that's so fucked up.
Yeah. That would have gone viral. Though it was kind of like I remember thinking like it was embarrassing for like two reasons. One, because like obviously like I was in just like very like a personal and private moment that is now like
Yeah.
being kind of like not just perceived but like maybe a little mocked. But then also the idea of like, you know, I don't know. The internet's a cruel place. There's like a small chance a clip like that goes viral. Just like, look at this
People, yeah.
idiot crying and driving, like
It
caught,
it would
And
go
so like I had
viral.
that.
It would go viral, but all the comments are people just being like, "That's me, bro. How'd you get this video of me?"
Right,
Everyone
as
just
it turns out,
related, you know. Yeah.
even still, I wouldn't be ready for that. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
that
hilarious.
wasn't what I wanted my big break to be. So yeah, no, that was big. Yeah. So that's why I listened to the radio. Uh, all of it. This whole. I'm glad this conversation happened because it
Wait, what?
really
How
like
does that relate to the
trudged.
radio?
Because that happened the same day as the job interview. I was really down bad. It was a real bad day.
I was so confused. I was like, yeah, they were talking about some real depressing shit on that talk show, and it really got to me. I was like, what?
Yeah, can you imagine? I was just like, I was so moved by this public radio programming that I was
the
having a bad cry.
First off, I cry and drive anytime I listen to Aaron West. Anyway, I had a dream that they were gonna announce. They announced a new Aaron West movie, not movie, music.
Movie.
Anyway, we're going back to the radio. Sometimes in my car, the like electronics are like fucked up a little bit because sometimes I'll turn my car on and the radio will just be like full blast. And I'm just like, I wasn't listening to the radio. Why did this happen? And sometimes it's been so fucked. I'm walking up to my car and I hit unlock and the radio starts going full blast.
What?
I'm not in my car yet. I have to run to
Car's
my
not
car
on.
to turn the radio off. I'm just like, how did that even happen? Yeah, so that's the only time I listen to the like that happened recently. I turned the car on and it was playing like Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, and I'm just like, I was in the middle of listening to the new Drake album, but I'll let this one play out.
There are songs like that where you just kind of have to like,
Just like,
well, I wasn't gonna, but
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
we'll keep
okay,
this one going.
okay.
And yeah, Living on a Prayer, I feel like is up there. It depends on when the
It's
last
okay.
time you heard it is,
Yeah,
but like,
definitely.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that it? Might be the police out my window.
I just saw people and they had colorful shoes, and so I had to look. I'm not a shoe person. I'm not a sneakerhead, but every time I see like shoes that might be Yeezys, I'm like, are those Yeezys?
You're a very specific type. Yeah. All right. I feel like I love my sneakers. I don't have any cool ones, but I
You
do.
have
I
some
like
cool ones. You have some very cool ones.
I have one pair that look a lot like a very expensive pair, and more than once people have come up to me being like, "Oh my God, those are..." So they're my like all my mom actually got them for me because like unbeknownst to her because they're all green, and she's like, "The Celtics are all green." So uh they're like an they're actually for like Oregon, like the
Does the
Oregon
season start
basketball
tomorrow?
team. Yes, it does.
Cool.
Yahoo!
Wow, who knew that? Me.
You did. Let's fucking go, dude. Um, sorry. Yes.
Shoes.
Uh,
Well, I
shoes.
like
Yeah.
the
So,
pair you have that
well,
are like that Hannah got you that are like felt.
oh, those rock. Yeah, those are really, really cool.
Those are so
The
cool.
like kind of high top ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like the light blue and the yellow. Yeah, those are really cool. I wore those to Coachella, and they are no longer white, but like the kind of dusted look looks
Yeah.
really fucking cool on
Cool,
the
cool, cool,
felt.
cool, cool,
So,
cool, cool.
you know, W's all
And
around.
you have like a few
Um,
pairs of what is it, Marcus Smart's shoe? Does he have a shoe?
LOL. No, no, he doesn't.
Then
I
whose shoe do
have
you have a few copies
I
of?
have Jason Tatum's. I have a couple JTs.
You have like a beater
Uh,
pair and then like a pair you keep nice.
my nice pair and my yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it took me a while to learn that kind of like nice sneakers does not equal nice shoe.
Oh
I
yeah.
learned that
I learned that
like
the hard way.
yeah, I that was like another like job interview thing where they were like, "What?" But also like I wore them to like formals and things, and
Yeah.
much to the dismay of some people. I don't know. Yeah, me and sneakers. Love my sneakers.
Why did you wear these shoes to our formal? You see what Jason Tatum did last night? Come on.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
was
I
like
gotta represent.
these are my nice ones. Like I don't
I
have
could have
you
worn my
know.
beater pair.
They also match this color
Oh
scheme.
my god,
Like,
that's
yeah,
so
no,
funny.
yeah, but that's that.
Well,
There's
the
my
green pair
story.
for I've interrupted. They're from like what for a different team
Okay,
that's not the
yeah. So
Celtics.
the gist of it is they are like the same shoe. Like Nike made like an exclusive run of like shoes for like the Oregon basketball team, the Oregon Ducks basketball team,
That's not their
and
name. That's not
yeah,
their
they are
name.
the Ducks.
They
They're
are
the
not the
Ducks, bro.
Ducks.
Swear to God, they're the Oregon Ducks. Google it right now. I'll wait.
No.
Um,
Because what if
okay,
you're lying? Even if you're lying to me, I want it to be true, so I'm not going to Google
okay.
it.
So the Oregon Ducks. And they wear all green. And so it was like there's a specific shoe that is this all green shoe. The only difference is it has a duck on the back of it, like a duck face. Um, and mine doesn't have that, but you can't tell like from the front. Yeah, it has, no, it is more billish,
Okay, 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 okay.
than cute. But like people come up to me and the one with the duck logo, the one with the school
Mm,
mascot on it, goes for like 10 grand, like insane amount of money. The ones
damn.
without go for about 250,
Yeah.
300 bucks, you know. So I have that, and people come up to me all the time, and like not all the time, but it has happened. I don't wear these shoes a lot, but it has happened a couple of times where people are just like, "Yo, those are the fucking Oregon shoes,"
Damn.
and I never correct them. I'm always like, "Goddamn right, these are the Oregon shoes." Big ballin', man.
That's
That's
pretty
right.
cool.
Yeah, it's because I mean, maybe just like maybe they're also impressed by the normal ones. Maybe they know. Maybe I'm not tricking anyone. I don't know. Maybe they just like Oregon basketball. That's
Yeah.
also something I never considered because I guess who's a fan of the Ducks? But
I really didn't know that this was a real team. In the NBA?
no, college. It's like a college team.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was
Yeah,
like, how have
right.
I
Oh my
never heard
God.
of this team before?
New expansion team. The
The
Oregon
DLC.
Ducks.
Damn. Who are we playing tomorrow?
The New York Knicks. So gonna
So we
be gonna
win?
be.
Do we win
I hope
these?
so. I think we win most of them. I think this is going to be a very good season. I think
Cool,
this
cool,
is going
cool.
to be like
Better
the
question.
best season that we've watched in a
Better
while.
question. Why doesn't Marcus Smart have a shoe?
Oh, great question. I don't know,
Oh, sorry for
but
bringing
have
him
you?
up. That's so
No,
sad.
I heard. Yeah, I was gonna be like, first
Stop
my
saying his
we
name.
talked about my dog last time, and now we're talking about Marcus Smart. Like, I have. Do you want to see something?
Are those equally sad? In
This
this house,
says
we
you
do
can't
not
read.
slander Marcus Smart. Upgrade it so it says, in this house, we don't even mention his name. Oh. Why didn't Puma give
One
him a
more.
shoe? One more.
So fucking true, dude.
Oh,
Like 3 for 3 on
damn.
the smart merch. So my little shrine to him persists. Here
Damn.
we, here we. Yeah, I know. He should get a shoe with Puma. Puma, get on that. I'd buy at least 2 pairs. One for a beater, one for a nice pair. Um, and that's my
You
big
would.
joke.
That's my big joke. Damn, I really want to just like say other people's punchlines. But if I were a Def Jam comic, that would be my big joke.
Yeah, I'm setting you up too. I'm like really setting you up, like by alluding to these references. Like,
The board is what makes it a game. I'm like, that's gonna be. Like, I can't explain. Okay, so there's this guy, Mike Birbiglia. He's really funny. It's weird. It's weird how few people know Mike Birbiglia. I'm just like him and John Mulaney are friends. He is in the music video for Anti-Hero.
he is. Yeah. No, right. Swifties. When are you gonna get on that one? Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. He's good, but he's like, I think he likes where he is. I think
Yes.
he's
Oh, I think
very
he does too.
comfortable,
Like,
like with
have you
the
seen
level
those
of things.
TikToks where he's like doing a show in London on the West End or whatever, and he goes up to like a giant poster, a box office, and he goes, making a TikTok. He's like, "This is me. It's a new review that says best show. You have to see it." And then there's some people. It's just like, that you? And he goes, yeah, that's me. And they look at the poster and they look at him and they go, that's not you. And he goes, no, it's me. And they're like, that's cool. And then they go into the line for the box office and buy tickets to see a different show.
Yeah, but and that is where he is. That's where he is on the fame scale.
The new show, I mean, it's gotten great reviews. He's been working on it for so long, The Old Man in the Sea, and I'm just like, let me see it. Put it on Netflix. Put it on Spotify, please.
I know. I haven't seen it
Yeah.
either. I haven't seen, what was the one before that? He had,
Well, there's the
was
new
it that
one.
Thank God for Jokes? Well,
No,
I saw
no.
the new one.
The
I
new
saw
one.
the new one.
And this
Yeah.
is his most recent one since, which is
Damn.
crazy. Because like I feel like beforehand he was putting them out, he was turning them out, but this one I feel like it must be so good because he's doing, you know, like Broadway and London, and he's doing
Yeah.
extended stays in those places. So like he's not going to record and release it until he's done, you know, performing it.
Showing it. Yeah. Until he's done touring it. Yeah. Which sucks. Fucking
Which
wrap
sucks
it up,
because it's
Mike.
so good. I'm like, oh, I need to see it. Damn.
I know. And I had tickets to see it at one point, but the show was canceled.
Some bullshit. Damn.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in like Medford in, I don't know, like fall 21 maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
damn.
Because it's been a long time.
It's
He has
been
been
a long
touring this
time.
for a long time. Damn.
That's too bad.
Well, yeah. Maybe he'll hear this and that this catalyst.
Yeah.
This will be, maybe he got an hour in and was like, maybe I should.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, what else has been going on? Did you buy a bag of Halloween candy? Are you gonna get trick or treaters through the dorms?
No, I am not. And I have not bought a bag of Halloween candy yet, but I like the bowl of Halloween candy that was in our San Diego apartment. That is the candy bowl. You remember the candy bowl?
I
from
remember
San-
the can. I'm just afraid what you're gonna say next.
Well,
It's still
I'm just saying, like,
filled
no,
with
it's
the
not still
candy
full.
from year and a half ago.
That's all been eaten. No, it's got some like Easter candy in it, like a couple of chocolate bunnies.
That's
but
pretty long ago.
it's been out all year, basically. Is what I'm trying to say is it's seasonal again. So like I don't feel bad about it being out right now. So I should fill it while I don't feel bad.
I bought a big bag of candy and there wasn't a price, which I've learned does not mean no price. It was $20 and I was like, what?
Where did you buy?
Target fucked me. It's because I bought the one, it was Skittles and Twix and Starburst and something else. And I'm like, these are the good ones, so I get it.
That is,
like,
that's
damn,
an
bro.
elite bag. That's like, those are all A candies. Like that, like, I feel like you usually get at least one or two fillers in there.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I went for the top tier. And
Like
it
what?
reflects in my pocket, in my wallet.
Oh my God. All right. Well, my my 9 to 5 is telling me that I got to start working again. So this has been a good little conversation.
That's been a
I
good
got to
little
wrap.
conversation. I'm like, I definitely have more to say about Halloween candy. But
Thank
apparently
God
I
the Halloween episode is next week.
oh god damn it. God damn it. Did I tell you, I think I said this last week about when I was in college. Sorry, I won't even tell the story, but when we had like trick-or-treaters come through the hall and I like opened the door and scared them.
You got to all right, next time.
I made this little girl cry. I felt so bad.
That's a great lead. Holy shit. Wow.
Check it out
I
in
do
our
wanna hear this
premium
story.
episode that you'll get for free next week. All right. Yeah. have fun at work.
Premium.
It's gonna be
Thanks, buddy.
exciting to have a full week of things to talk about next time. Next time.
Look at us on a
Do
routine.
you prefer so I like the idea of noon, but I think 3 p.m. works because of when I sleep till.
Yeah. And it also works like it's about either when like I wrap up work or I get like really bored. So
Okay.
it's
Cool.
perfect for me. It's great to have an obligation to be like, yeah, sorry, I gotta book this hour.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy. Talk to you later.
Take it easy. Peace.
Bye.